Hey, what's up? This video will be a departure from videos I normally make. In this video, I'm going to answer a question I got from a viewer. I think he subscribes, but I'm not sure. Luis Gonzalez complimented my videos and asked how I did it. He asked me, what's the secret? So I'm going to show you everything I use in my little operation. The first thing I'll talk about is what I use to record. And for the most part, I have recorded with my cell phones. I don't like to call myself cheap. I just like to say I am frugal. So I have my Moto G Power 2021. That is a budget phone from Motorola. I became a fan of the G Power series because they have a big battery. And this phone is a Galaxy S8. It was my mother-in-law's phone, and she got a Pixel 6, and when she upgraded, she gave me that. I also use GoPros on occasion, but there are trade-offs that I will discuss later. The tripod that this phone is holding was one that got off Amazon. I don't remember how much it cost, maybe $20 or $30, but you can screw off this thing here and attach a mount for a GoPro or whatever kind of camera you have. This is another type of phone holder. And this one is a smaller tripod that I got from a store called Five Below. I don't know if they are everywhere, but they're all over the place here. And I use these for spots where this one is too tall. If I'm under the car and I need to get an angle, I'll use that. And I also, when I'm under the car, sometimes I'll just lay the phone flat and use this light. It's just an LED light I picked up at Lowe's. I'll take it off its base and lay it flat, and that's how I illuminate things that are under the car. And one thing I do like about cell phones is that they have built-in lights. And I use the built-in light of the cell phone much more often than I use the LED. All right, so this is an example of how I set up a small tripod to get a shot that I will need in the near future for when I'm looking at where the leak is coming from in my K1500. I mean, it's just a simple setup, but if you take the time and get the angle right, you can show the viewer exactly what you're trying to get. And I know my garage is messy, but this is a shot that I would set up if I was gonna try and show what I was doing in the cabin. And this tripod is nice because the height is adjustable. And I use this tripod the most. And actually, this is the setup I use the most. It's this phone and this tripod. And the good thing about most modern phones is most modern phones record in HD. And the vast majority of the higher end now record in 4K. So it'll really help if you want to zoom in or show a broad view and then zoom in. 4K would really help with that. This one records in 4K, but I've only had this one a month or two, and it was better than my Moto G Powers. Now, the model of GoPros that I use, they're old. This is a GoPro. Hold on a second. And the GoPros that I use are pretty old models. This, which I really don't use anymore because the sound wasn't that good, is a Hero 5 Black, and the one that I'm recording this on is a Hero 7 Silver. So this one actually has more options than the one that I'm taping this on right now. So now I'm gonna go upstairs and show you what I use to edit. And this is the program I use to edit. It is called Kdenlive, and it has any feature that I have wanted to this point. It's a free software and you can download it for any platform. Now, I still consider myself a beginner, but this will get you started. The most difficult thing for me usually is getting good camera angles. Most of the time, the best spot for the camera is also the best spot for me to see my hands and where I'm working. So each shot takes a bit of planning, but sometimes you just can't get this shot. Sometimes the hand has to go in a spot that's going to ruin the camera angle for the work you're actually doing. In those instances, I will just do the work and then point out what I did. But sometimes when I'm doing the work, it is still hard not to obstruct the view of the camera with my head. But you just do the best you can. Sometimes you just gotta see. I am far from an expert on cameras and videos, but this is how I do it, so I hope it was helpful. And if you'd like to see all the work I do on my EJ1 Civic, my Mark IV Golf, or my 1989 K1500, hit subscribe and check out my playlist. Thanks for watching. Take care.